check. Check. Please have a seat. We will start the ceremony in a few minutes.
الرجاء الجلوس، سنبدأ الحفل بعد قليل.
Please have a seat. We will begin momentarily.
الرجاء الجلوس، سنبدأ الحفل بعد قليل.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take a seat. The ceremony will begin in a few minutes.
سيداتي وسادتي، الرجاء الجلوس، سنبدأ الحفل بعد قليل.
gentlemen, please take a seat. The ceremony will begin in a few minutes.
سيداتي وسادتي الرجاء الجلوس، سيبدأ الحفل بعد قليل.
my boy.
Thank you. Please rise for the national anthem of the Kingdom of Bahrain, proudly performed by the ASB Platinum Band. Your Excellency, Ambassador Dr. Sheikha Muneera bint Khalifa Al-Khalifa. Your Excellency, Undersecretary of the Ministry of Education, Mrs. Nawal Ibrahim Al-Khater. Your Excellency, U.S. Ambassador Stephanie Hallett. Your Excellencies, members of the Board of Directors, honored guests, the dedicated educators who have inspired these graduates, the families whose support has been unwavering, and the remarkable class of 2026, good evening and a warm welcome. My name is Alessandro Colla, and I'm the English MC for tonight. Please welcome with me my Arabic co-MC, Karam Haddad.
أصحاب المعالي والسعادة، أيها الضيوف الكرام، معلمونا الأفاضل، أولياء الأمور الأعزاء، زملاء الخريجين دفعة عام 2026. مساء الخير. إن هذا الحفل هو محطة فخر واعتزاز نشهد فيها على انتقالكم إلى مرحلة جديدة من حياتكم، تحملون معكم العلم والمعرفة والقيم التي غرستها فيكم مدرستنا الأمريكية في البحرين. اسمي كرم حداد، وأنا أعرف الحفل لهذه الليلة باللغة العربية. ولا يفوتنا في هذه المناسبة إلا أن نتقدم بجزيل الشكر وعظيم الامتنان إلى قيادتنا الرشيدة وإلى وزارة التربية والتعليم في مملكة البحرين على دعمهم المتواصل لمسيرة التعليم وحرصهم الدائم على تمكين أبنائنا وبناتنا نحو مستقبل أكثر إشراقاً.
Class of 2026, your journey through the American School of Bahrain has prepared you to make a significant impact on the world. As the third graduating class, you carry forward the spirit of excellence and innovation that defines ASB. Tonight, we celebrate your accomplishments and the boundless potential that resides within each of you. Let the celebration of your achievements commence.
دفعة 2026، لقد كانت رحلتكم في المدرسة الأمريكية في البحرين أكثر من مجرد سنوات دراسية. كانت محطة لبناء الشخصية واكتشاف الذات وصقل المهارات. أنتم اليوم تمثلون الجيل الثالث من خريجي هذه المؤسسة، وتحملون على عاتقكم رسالة التميز وروح الريادة التي تميزت بها المدرسة الأمريكية في البحرين منذ انطلاقتها. نقف الليلة لنحتفل بإنجازاتكم ونكرم الطاقات المذهلة التي يحملها كل واحد منكم. فلنبدأ معا هذا الحفل الذي يخلد لحظة فارقة في مسيرتكم ويطلق شرارة المستقبل.
I would like to call on Qasem AlQasem from the class of 2026 to recite verses from the Holy Quran.
أول ما نستهل به حفلنا الكريم آيات عطرة من الذكر الحكيم يتلوها على مسامعكم الخريج قاسم القاسم، فليتفضل مشكورا.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الله نور السماوات والأرض، مثل نوره كمشكاة فيها مصباح المصباح في زجاجة الزجاجة كأنها كوكب دري يوقد من شجرة مباركة زيتونة لا شرقية ولا غربية يكاد زيتها يضيء ولو لم تمسسه نار نور على نور يهدي الله لنوره من يشاء ويضرب الله الأمثال للناس والله بكل شيء عليم في بيوت أذن الله أن ترفع ويذكر فيها اسمه يسبح له فيها بالغدو والآصال رجال لا تلهيهم تجارة ولا بيع عن ذكر الله وإقام الصلاة وإيتاء الزكاة يخافون يوما تتقلب فيه القلوب والأبصار ليجزيهم الله أحسن ما عملوا ويزيدهم من فضله والله يرزق من يشاء بغير حساب صدق الله العظيم.
Thank you, Qasem. It is now my honor to present to you a figure whose vision and dedication laid the very foundation of our school. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Mr. Dave McMaster, the founding director of ASB, for his welcome address.
والآن يسعدني أن أقدم لكم شخصية كان لها الأثر الأكبر في رسم ملامح هذه المدرسة منذ بداياتها. برؤية واضحة والتزام لا يتزعزع ساهم في تحويل الحلم إلى واقع وغرس القيم التي تقوم عليها المدرسة الأمريكية في البحرين اليوم. نرجو منكم أن تنضموا إلينا بالترحيب بالسيد ديف مكماستر، المدير المؤسس للمدرسة الأمريكية في البحرين، يلقي علينا كلمته الترحيبية، فليتفضل مشكورا.
Breathe. Enjoy it. This is much better than what we were talking about with our parent group a month and a half ago about a virtual graduation. So let's be happy we're here and enjoy it. Your Excellency, Ambassador Dr. Sheikha Muneera bint Khalifa Al-Khalifa, Your Excellency, Mrs. Nawal Al-Khater, Undersecretary of the Ministry of Education, Your Excellency, U.S. Ambassador Ms. Stephanie Hallett, members of the ASB Board of Governors, honored guests, dedicated ASB staff, supportive parents, proud siblings, dear friends, alumni, we have a number of them here tonight, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2026. Good evening. It is my distinct pleasure and honor to welcome you to the 2026 graduation ceremony of the American School of Bahrain. My name is Dave McMaster, and I'm the founding director of ASB. On behalf of our chairman, Mr. Tamam Abishakra, and our board of governors, thank you for being here to celebrate this important milestone. I would like to take a moment to recognize and sincerely thank His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al-Khalifa and His Royal Highness, Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, for their visionary leadership and unwavering commitment to education in the Kingdom of Bahrain. Their progressive approach and dedication to excellence in learning have created an environment where schools like ASB can not only exist, but truly thrive. This evening is especially meaningful for our school, and above all, for the 49 graduates you see before you tonight, as well as the 4 graduates who are joining us virtually. It has been a virtual year. ASB opened its doors a little less than 6 years ago during a global pandemic with 110 students. Today, we are a thriving school community of more than 840 students. Among the graduates on this stage are 8 graduates who joined ASB in September 2020 as grade 7 students. I would say their parents were taking a big leap of faith to see and go to a school that they had never met me except for a few people before things closed down. They had never stepped into the school, yet they entrusted us with their children. And we had 8 of those students start in grade 7. They were chatty, extremely social, and academically inclined. They helped shape the culture, spirit, and identity of the school from the very beginning. I would now like to recognize these pioneering students. When I call your name, please stand and remain standing, and I'll ask you to hold your applause until the 8th student. Salman Al-Abbasi, Jana Batelli, Lataro Damonte, Danielle Farouk, Anaia James, Lily Overseer, Gracia Rodriguez, and Zoe Visser. There is much to be thankful for you pioneers setting the way for everybody over the last 6 years. Thank you very much for being founding students. You may sit. There is a quote by author Elizabeth Stone that has stayed with me for many years. Having a child is to decide forever to have your heart go walking around outside your body. Tonight, that quote feels especially meaningful. Graduation is not just simply about academic achievement. It is about growth, sacrifice, resilience, hope, and ultimately, the privilege of letting go. As parents, teachers, and caregivers, we watch these young people grow into what they are becoming. We have celebrated their successes, supported them through disappointments, and quietly worried about them every step of the way. And if we are honest, that worry really never disappears. We worry because we care deeply. We worry because our children matter to us beyond words. And perhaps one of the greatest privileges in life is to care so deeply for another human being that their happiness, safety, and future becomes part of your own heart. This was a year that tested all of us. Over the past months, our students experienced regional conflict that brought genuine fear, uncertainty, and disruption to daily life. Schools shifted into virtual learning, families and staff were displaced, students were separated from routines, friends, and normalcy. And for our IB students especially, there was the constant uncertainty surrounding examinations and university futures. Would IB exams happen? Would universities around the world understand? Would their hard work still matter? For weeks, there was no clear answers, but eventually the IB examinations were canceled, but that did not erase the emotional toll of carrying that uncertainty day after day. As director, I think what impressed me the most was not simply that our students persevered academically, which they've been extremely successful. It was the way they carried themselves through adversity. They supported one another, they adapted, they showed compassion, patience, resilience, and grace, and they just kept going. And that resilience says far more about this graduating class than any transcript, exam score, or university acceptance letter ever could. Class of 2026, your story has been defined not only by achievement, but by your courage. The courage to continue during uncertain times, the courage to trust one another, the courage to keep moving forward when nobody could clearly see what was ahead. That courage will serve you well for the rest of your lives. My advice to graduates and parents during challenging times is to always remember that regardless of the circumstances, life still offers moments of joy, laughter, and meaningful connection, no matter what's happening around you. When my now 28-year-old son, Callahan, was 15 years old, so 2 years younger than the people you see on stage, we traveled with him to Germany, where he was playing in an international rugby tournament. In the final game, he took a particularly hard tackle, and it was obvious immediately that he suffered an injury. In typical fashion, he begged his coach to allow him to finish the game, but thankfully the coach pulled him from the game. For the next 2 days, he said it was sore but manageable. Callahan has always had a very high tolerance for pain, which served him well when playing sports like ice hockey and rugby, but as parents, we did what many of you do, and that's worry. When we returned to Canada, the pain had increased and he admitted that it had become too much. We took him to the hospital, and after a few x-rays and a CT scan, it was determined he had fractured his scapula. It's a very difficult thing to do, to fracture your scapula, but if someone was going to do it, it would probably be him. The doctors wanted to determine if surgery was required, which once again is rare for that kind of injury. They sedated him, and for the first time in his life, with all the bumps, bruises, and breaks, I was genuinely worried. We were allowed to be with him right up until they wheeled him into the operating room. Apparently, I had tears in my eyes, and apparently a tear or two streaming down my face, according to him later. Just before he was out the door in the trolley, he motioned over to me. He was a little bit sleepy at the time. He asked me to come closer and closer. And I bent down to tell him I loved him, and I gave him a kiss on the cheek. His response to me was, "I love you too, Dad, but quit being such a baby. It's all going to be fine. You don't need to cry." In that moment, heeding my own advice to myself, Callahan reminded me that even during difficult and challenging times, life can give us joy, humor, and connection. And that is what young people do for all of us. And that's what these people on stage do for all of us here. They remind us to hope. To our parents tonight, I know many of you are feeling the tension between pride and letting go, but what a privilege it has been to work and walk beside these young people as they become who they are meant to be. Khalil Gibran once wrote, "You are the bows from which your children as living arrows are sent forth." Tonight we feel the pride, the wonder, the worry, and the hope. And now, class of 2026, it is your time to fly. As you leave ASB, carry forward the lessons that we believe matter most. Be kind, be courageous, lift others when you can, protect your integrity, and never underestimate the power of compassion in a world that desperately needs it. The world you are entering will not always be easy, but you are more prepared than you realize. You have already learned how to adapt to uncertainty. You have already learned how to persevere through disruption. In 6 years of schooling, you have been through a world pandemic, the on-again, off-again saga of IB exams, and a regional conflict. You have already learned that strength is not pretending not to struggle, it is continuing forward despite the struggle. And wherever life takes you next, know this: you will always carry a piece of ASB with you, and we will always carry a piece of you with us. To our families here tonight, thank you for your trust and your partnership. To our teachers and staff, who I'm immensely proud to work with, thank you for the extraordinary care you have shown these students throughout their journey. And to the graduates of the American School Class of 2026, congratulations. May your lives be filled with purpose, courage, kindness, and joy. And may you never forget that even in uncertain times, you have already proved who you are. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Dev. We would like to call on Ms. Radia Ali, the IB Diploma Coordinator, to welcome our guest speaker to the stage.
Assalamu alaikum. Masal khair. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great honor to welcome our distinguished guest speaker for the night, Her Excellency Ambassador Dr. Sheikha Muneera bint Khalifa Al-Khalifa. Her Excellency currently serves as the Director General, rank of Ambassador of the Mohammed bin Mubarak Al-Khalifa Academy for Diplomatic Studies at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Kingdom of Bahrain. Her Excellency has played a leading role in shaping diplomatic education and training the youth in Bahrain, helping develop future generations of Bahraini diplomats and strengthening the kingdom's presence on the global stage. Before her diplomatic leadership role, Her Excellency Dr. Al-Khalifa taught international relations and Middle Eastern politics at the prestigious University of Oxford. She holds a Doctor of Philosophy in Middle East Studies as well as Master of Philosophy in International Relations from Oxford University. Throughout her career, she has combined academic excellence, leadership, and public service, becoming an inspiring example for Bahraini achievement and international engagement. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to Her Excellency Ambassador Dr. Sheikha Muneera bint Khalifa Al-Khalifa.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Distinguished guests, proud parents, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2026. Typically, this is the part where I'm supposed to stand here and tell you how big this moment is. And I must admit, this moment is big. You can feel it in the beating of your hearts, and the excitement in this room, and the way all of you walked into this hall, taller, prouder, and ready for what comes next. And watching all of you today reminds me of a younger version of myself, excited, ambitious, terrified, and about to step into a world much bigger than the one I knew. When I was 17 years old, I left home. And my father, who very reluctantly agreed to let his youngest daughter leave at that age, was not even emotionally ready to drive me to the airport, which says a lot, because he loved driving everyone to the airport. And before I left, his only piece of advice to me in Arabic was, حطي عقلك في راسك, which roughly translates to, keep your brain inside your head. And honestly, at 17 years old, I remember thinking, if my brain is not in my head, then where exactly is it? But over time, I realized my father was giving me far more than advice. He was giving me a philosophy for life, because what he really meant was, stay focused. Do not lose yourself in noise, pressure, ego, or distraction. And that became one of the most important lessons of my life. But here's the interesting thing. At the very same time, life was teaching me something else. Take risks. Because over time, I realized that the biggest opportunities in my life came from the moments that scared me the most. The moments I almost said no to. The moments I felt unqualified for. The moments that required me to take a leap before I felt ready. During my master's degree, I struggled and nearly failed my qualifying first year. And yet, 1 year later, I was awarded a full academic scholarship at the University of Oxford. How? Not because I was naturally gifted, I actually wasn't, but because I stayed focused. I worked for it, and I kept going. My brains were in my head. That same lesson stayed with me when I entered diplomacy, and when I helped establish Bahrain's first diplomatic academy. At the time, We were a very small team with a very big idea. And there were many moments where the easier option would have been not to try, not to challenge systems, not to push boundaries, not to build something new. But success rarely begins with certainty. It begins with taking a risk. So graduates, if there's one thing I hope you leave with today, it is this: take risks. Not reckless risks, but risks that change your sense of normal. And while you take those risks, remember where your brain should be. To the class of 2026, today your parents are looking at you with pride. Your teachers are looking at you with hope. And your school is looking at you with anticipation. Not because you're expected to have all the answers, but because your generation will shape what comes next. Because I have met your generation. I actually worked with 2 members of your graduating class in their internships, and I have seen your abilities and potential. You've lived through a global pandemic during some of the most formative years of your life. You've watched conflicts unfold in real time, not somewhere distant, but across our region and even in our skies here in Bahrain. You witnessed the greatest technological revolution of our time, where AI and constant connectivity are reshaping the way we think, communicate, and redefine the skills and industries of the future. You learned very early that life does not always feel stable or predictable. But perhaps that uncertainty gave your generation one of the most valuable qualities anyone can possess: resilience. So never fear uncertainty. You already carry the proof that you can thrive in difficult moments with focus, adaptability, and grace. And finally, and this may be the moment where I become a little more emotional, to the parents in the room, today is your day too, because behind every graduate sitting here is a story of sacrifice, of worry you did not always show, of support you gave even when you were unsure yourself, of love that carried them further than they probably realize. You taught them how to stand, and now perhaps the hardest part is learning how to let them go. So as you watch them take this next step, I hope you do so with pride, knowing that you have already given them something far more important than certainty. You've given them the foundation to find their own way. Dear graduates, as you leave here today, I hope you remember this: keep your brains in your head. Take risks, stay focused, and wherever life takes you, go boldly. Because if you do stay focused, keep taking those risks, there's no telling how far you will go. But while you chase your ambitions, build your careers, and dream bigger than you ever thought possible, do not forget to enjoy it all. Enjoy the friendships, enjoy the uncertainty, enjoy the journey, and tonight, above all else, enjoy this moment. Congratulations.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Please join me in welcoming the pride of our music department, our very own Platinum Band, conducted by Mr. Scott Rogel. They've prepared something exciting for our celebration. Finale from the Nathan Hale trilogy composed by James Crono. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this special musical performance.
والآن يسعدنا أن نقدم لكم فخر قسم الموسيقى في مدرستنا، فرقتنا المتميزة بلاتنوم باند بقيادة السيد سكوت روغل. استعدوا لأجواء استثنائية أعدوها خصيصا لهذه المناسبة، واستمتعوا بهذا العرض الموسيقي الرائع الذي يضفي لمسة فنية على احتفالنا اليوم.
It is my pleasure to introduce someone who embodies the spirit, determination, and creativity of the class of 2026. She has been chosen to deliver a message that captures the collective experiences, hopes, and aspirations of this remarkable graduating class. Please join me in welcoming to the stage Anaia James from the class of 2026, who will now deliver her graduation speech in English on behalf of her fellow graduates.
أما الآن يرجى الترحيب على المسرح بالطالبة أنايا جيمس من دفعة عام 2026 لتلقي كلمتها باللغة الإنجليزية نيابة عن الخريجين، فلتتفضل مشكورة.
Kindly give me a moment, please. Good evening, respected guests, teachers, students, families, faculty, and of course, my fellow graduates. According to the functionality of logistics on page 394, section B, I'm just kidding. This isn't that sort of speech. I mean, it couldn't be. Even if I wanted this to be academic, this story, our story, can't be written in a textbook. It can only come from our hearts and our experiences. Today is a day that many of my classmates and I once thought was impossible. Just a few months ago, we were buried under internal assessment deadlines, extended essay drafts, CAS presentations, and of course, the classic senior year drama. Graduation felt like a distant dream, at times, even a myth. But as Nelson Mandela once said, it always seems impossible until it's done. That quote holds the heart of this moment, because as students, we often carried struggles no one else could see. Behind every submitted assignment and every sleepless night, there was fear. Fear that we wouldn't make it. Fear that we wouldn't live up to expectations. And fear that we might let down the people who matter most to us. But look around. We're here. We faced those fears and did what we once thought was impossible. We showed up, put in the work, and today we celebrate something we truly earned. But while we stand here today to take our final high school bow, we know we didn't get here alone. This achievement equally belongs to the people who stood beside us and behind us every step of the way. And they're sitting here, right in this hall. To our families, every parent, sibling, grandparent, aunt, uncle, and cousin, you are here today to be proud of us. But there is something you should know. You were our foundation. You comforted us when the stress felt overwhelming. You celebrated our smallest wins and reminded us to keep going even when we couldn't see the finish line. Whether you helped us through a breakdown over a math IA, made us laugh after a long day, or simply brought us tea while we worked late into the night, you were there. Your love, patience, and support helped make this moment possible. To our teachers, even when it felt like a challenge to take the stairs instead of cutting through the band room, you taught us the discipline of the long way. We rolled our eyes when you said, "This will be on the test." We begged for free periods and early dismissal, but you never gave in. And even though we may not have sent this months ago, years ago, I think you deserve this. Thank you. You held us to high standards because you believed in us, even when we didn't believe in ourselves. You pushed us because you cared, and that push helped bring us here today. To our ASB community, you gave us more than an education. You gave us a place to grow, to form lifelong friendships, to discover who we are and who we want to become. You gave us opportunities, and we are living proof of what happens when students are supported and challenged to rise. And finally, to my classmates, this moment belongs to us. We survived high school. We shared late nights, supported each other through last-minute submissions, the existential crisis over TOK, and the panic before results day. But we also shared laughter, memories, and resilience. You are the people I've grown with, and I couldn't be prouder to say that we made it through this challenging roller coaster ride together. And even though we were all our own people with different friends, there were moments when we came together as one class. We laughed, sometimes we cried, especially over our mock exam results. In those moments, we weren't just numbers in the system. We weren't that different at all. We shared the same feelings, and somehow, the moments that tested us the most were also the moments that brought us closest. We weren't together all the time, but when it mattered, we found comfort in each other without needing to ask. It just happened. Standing here today proves that impossible is just a word. With effort, courage, and a whole lot of love, even the hardest things can be done. So on behalf of the class of 2026, I'd like to thank you all for being here. Thank you to everyone who made this moment possible for us. And thank you, my fellow graduates, for walking this very bumpy road with me. From meeting each other for the first time, to learning how to find our footing through every awkward stage, challenge, and change, we've all grown into people who know how to keep moving forward even when the path gets uneven. I don't know about anyone else, but I wouldn't have had my high school experience any other way. Now on our day of graduation, at the end of our high school careers, we can finally say it. We did the impossible, and our futures are full of possibilities. Thank you.
Thank you, Anaia.
والآن كلمة الخريجين باللغة العربية التي تعبر عن مشاعر هذه المرحلة الاستثنائية وعن سنوات من العمل الجاد والطموح والأحلام. يسرنا أن ندعو الطالب أنزور المفتي ليلقي علينا كلمة الخريجين لهذا العام، فليتفضل مشكورا.
Please welcome to the stage Anzor Al-Mufti from the class of 2026 to deliver his speech in Arabic on behalf of his graduating class.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. السادة الحضور، المعلمون الكرام، الأهل الأعزاء والزملاء الخريجون والخريجات. أبدأ كلمتي في هذا اليوم المميز بما قاله أمير الشعراء شوقي في حق العلم، إذ قال: العلم يبني بيوتا لا عماد لها، والجهل يهدم بيت العز والكرم. وأثني بما قاله في شأن الأخلاق: إنما الأمم الأخلاق ما بقيت، فإنهم ذهبت أخلاقهم ذهبوا. أستحضر اليوم ومع زملائي الخريجين والخريجات في هذا الصرح العلمي والأخلاقي المتميز جميل الذكريات والدروس، تلك الذكريات والدروس التي ستصبح عماد مستقبلنا وذخيرة نجاحاتنا. في هذا اليوم أقف معهم على عتبة مرحلة جديدة، وفي عقولنا كما في قلوبنا الكثير من الأحلام والآمال. فهذا اليوم ليس مجرد نهاية لمرحلة دراسية، بل هو بداية لحلم أكبر، لطريق نصنعه بأيدينا ونرسم ملامحه بإرادتنا. ما من رحلة في هذه الحياة تخلو من التحديات، وهي كذلك لا تخلو من النجاحات. تعطينا هذه الرحلة فرصة تذوق الصبر، وتكشف لنا قوتنا الحقيقية، تصقل مهاراتنا وتشكل عزائمنا. واليوم ونحن نرتدي ثوب التخرج ندرك أن كل خطوة اتخذناها أوصلتنا إلى هنا. كل خطوة اتخذناها أوصلتنا إلى هنا، وأن الخطى المقبلة ستأخذنا إلى عالم لا حدود لها. نتقدم بخالص الشكر والامتنان لإدارة مدرستنا وهيئتها التعليمية، أولئك الذين لم يدخروا جهدا في دعمنا وتوجيهنا. قد كنتم لنا مصدر إرشاد ومنارة إلهام، وكنتم كما حسبناكم صناع فرق حقيقي في حياتنا. كما لا يسعنا إلا أن نعبر عن عميق امتناننا لأهلنا، كيف لا وهم الذين كانوا السند والداعم الأول لنا، وقفوا إلى جانبنا في كل لحظة، آمنوا بنا حتى عندما راودنا الشك، وسهروا معنا عندما بذلنا الجهد. إخوتي الخريجين والخريجات، إن المستقبل ينتظرنا، مستقبل مليء بالفرص والتحديات، لكنه أيضا مليء بالأمل. فلنحمل معنا ثقتنا بأنفسنا أينما ذهبنا، ونجعل طموحنا أكبر من مخاوفنا، وأحلامنا أوسع من حدود واقعنا. لا نخشى الفشل، فهو ليس نهاية للطريق، بل بداية لفهم أعمق ونضج أكبر. لنمضي قدما بثقة، ونتذكر دائما أن النجاح ليس لحظة، بل رحلة مستمرة من العلم والعمل والإصرار. دعونا نكون الجيل الذي يحدث فرقا، الذي يبني ويبتكر ويترك أثرا طيبا أينما حل. مبارك لكم هذا الإنجاز العظيم، مبارك لنا بداية الطريق نحو مستقبل مشرق. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Thank you, Anzor.
خلال هذا العام عاش خريجونا رحلة لا تنسى، رحلة حملت في طياتها مغامرات وتحديات، ضحكات ونجاحات، إنجازات وذكريات ستظل محفورة في القلوب، لحظات شكلت شخصياتهم وبنت صداقات ستدوم لسنوات. دعونا نعود معا بالزمن ونعيش هذه الرحلة من جديد من خلال هذا الفيديو الذي يوثق أبرز محطات عامهم الدراسي الأخير. فلنستمتع سويا بهذا العرض المميز.
Now, let's take a heartfelt look back at the remarkable journey our graduates have undertaken here at ASB. We're delighted to share a special video titled Our ASB Journey, highlighting the memories we've created together.
We didn't know it at the start, how all these days would shape our hearts. From every laugh to every tear, somehow it led us right here. So here's to the memories we made, the nights that turned into days, through every high and every low. You're the best I'll ever know. And even when we go our ways, through all the changes and the days, no matter where life takes me to, I'll always find my way to you. Different dreams are calling now, but we'll remember when and how we built a bond that won't let go, stronger than we'll ever know. So here's to the memories we made, the nights that turned into days, through every high and every low. You're the best I'll ever know. And even when we go our way, through all the changes and the days, no matter where life takes me to, I'll always find my way to you. Oh,
beautiful collection of cherished memories that will stay with us always. We would like to take this opportunity to thank our award sponsors, Our World Connect and Betelco. We would like to call upon Ms. Radia Ali, IB Diploma Coordinator, to present our recognition awards.
Today we will be presenting 4 awards. The students don't know about these yet, so it's a small surprise. We'll start with the first award, which is a newly recognized award at the ASB. Walid Abu Shakra Leadership Award, presented by the founding director of ASB, Mr. Dave McMaster. Mr. Walid Abu Shakra founded ESOL Education 50 years ago in 1976. We celebrate this achievement with a new award at ASB named the Walid Abu Shakra Leadership Award. It will be presented annually to a graduate who has consistently demonstrated leadership, initiative, integrity, and a deep commitment to the ASB community. This year's recipient from the class of 2026 embodies those attributes and the true spirit of leadership through action and service to others. Whether supporting classmates, leading school initiatives, volunteering at events, or simply stepping forward when something is needed, they always put their hand up without hesitation. Their positive influence, reliability, and willingness to contribute in both big and small ways has left a lasting impact on ASB. The class of 2026 is stronger because of their leadership, and we are proud to recognize the student with the Walid Abu Shakra Leadership Award. The recipient of the award for this year is Tala Tabara. Athletic Award presented by the Director of Athletics and Activities, Mr. Mike Balo. This award honors consistent participation and achievement in school sports, demonstrates teamwork, leadership, and fair play, and a positive influence on the school's athletic culture. Whether on the field, the court, or track, this individual has represented the school's pride, consistently performing at a high level while uplifting teammates and respecting opponents. The recipient of this award for this year is Brooklyn Herritt. Our third award, the CAS Award, presented by our CAS coordinator, Ms. Camila Vanzangolas. Presented to the student who has demonstrated outstanding commitment to community action and service. This award recognizes a compassionate leader who has consistently gone above and beyond to make positive impact. Through innovative service projects, meaningful community engagement, and a spirit of empathy, this student exemplified the values of global citizenship and social responsibility. This year's award recipient is Lautaro Damonte. Our fourth award is the Academic Distinction Award presented by the Middle and High School Principal, Dr. Juan Saavedra. This award is given to a graduate who has shown academic excellence in grades 11 and 12 and held the highest GPA over the past years. This student has modeled the ASB student profile and the IB learner profile. All of those attributes, as well as emphasis on academic achievement. The award recognizes the student's intellectual curiosity, perseverance, and consistent performance across a broad range of subjects. This year's award recipient is Federico Andrea Pagetti. Congratulations to all our awards recipients. And now, the moment we're all waiting for. I would like to start by calling the names for the diplomas for the graduating class of 2026. But ahead of that, I would like to call upon stage Her Excellency, Mrs. Nawal Ibrahim Al-Khater, Undersecretary of the Ministry of Education, to present the diplomas. We would like to begin recognizing the following students in absentia. They were not able to come here in person, so we are recognizing them virtually. Tibor Siska, IB Diploma. Alian Craig, IB Diploma. Madison Gray, ASB Diploma. Matthew Ebert, ASB Diploma. Back row, please rise. Abdelkader Qasem, IB courses. Hassan Al-Asfour, IB courses. Zarar, IB courses. Lautaro Damonte, IB Diploma. Zainuddin, IB Diploma. Sami Hassan, IB Courses. Nicholas Narayanan, IB Bilingual Diploma. Aisa Al-Wazan, IB Diploma. Sayman Aktepe, ASB Diploma. Thor Dolman, IB Bilingual Diploma. Hamza Najib, IB Diploma. Abdullah Saati, IB Diploma. Federico Andre Pagetti, IB Diploma. Jihad Al-Asfour, IB Diploma. Qasem Al-Qasem, IB Diploma. Adam Rahim, ASB Diploma. Middle row, please rise. Daniel Farouk, IB Courses. Axel Al-Wahidi, IB Bilingual Diploma. Noah Yassin, IB Courses. Fahad Al-Khalifa, IB Diploma. Giona Batelli, IB Diploma. Yusuf Islam, ASB Diploma. Etorius Rosa Marquez, IB Diploma. Salman Labasi, IB courses. Bartomete, IB courses. Anzor Al-Mufti, IB diploma. Muhammad Shafi, IB diploma. Zoe Visser, IB diploma. Tala Tabara, IB diploma. Maria Solovyev, IB diploma. Jad Coates, IB diploma. Save Chris, IB diploma. Front row, please rise. Caitlin Blum, IB courses. Christina Masri, IB diploma. Rebecca Sims, IB diploma. Kavya Sukrutaraj, IB courses. Zain Khoury, IB courses. Leah Khoury, IB courses. Gracia Perez, IB diploma. Anaia James, IB diploma. Emily Reed, IB diploma. Amna Chowdhury, IB diploma. Emma Bailo, IB diploma. Hasna Abdul Jalil, IB diploma. Brooklyn Hurt, IB courses. Liela Jamie, IB diploma. ملاك الجلاد IB Diploma. Rihanna Dagger IB Courses. Lily Overseer IB Diploma. I would like to invite the graduates for the official group photo. Thank you, your Undersecretary.
Before we conclude the festivities, I would like to thank a few people. Thank you to our wonderful parent grad committee for their many volunteer hours, fundraising, organizing grad events like the prom the other night, creating t-shirts, license plates. Yes, they did create license plates, and other memorabilia, and doing so in a quiet, behind-the-scenes way to make the grad year so special for this year's graduating class. Could I just quickly make sure you stand up when I say your name? I know none of you are going to want to do this. Their big boss, Kamini, Roberta, Andrea, Samar, Rula, and Donya. Could you please stand? Thank you very much for your service this year and making it a great year for our graduates. To Ms. Radia, Dr. Wan, and Mr. Nathan, thank you for guiding our grade 12 students, especially over the last 2 years and through a particularly challenging, is that like the Academy Awards? I'd probably get Best Actor. Where was I? See, I could never focus well in class. But to Ms. Radia, Dr. Wan, and Mr. Nathan, thanks for guiding our grade 12 students, as I said, over the last 2 years, in a particularly challenging process in March and April, which caused a lot of challenges and anxiety for everybody. And you guys did such a great job with our grads. And lastly, to Ms. Salsan, my executive manager, who keeps me going every day, and her incredible team of organizers. There's just too many to mention who worked over the last year making this a special night for everybody here. Thank you for working so hard, so often behind the scenes, and you've made what is a very special night for these 49 graduates on stage, and even those who weren't able to be with us tonight. Thank you so much. Graduates, this is the moment we have all been waiting for. Graduates, you may now move your tassel from your right to your left. See, they're ready. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the graduates of American School of Bahrain, class of 2026.
Close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build, every room inside is filled.
وها نحن نصل إلى ختام هذا الحفل المميز الذي جمعنا لنحتفل بثمرة سنوات من الجهد والاجتهاد. نرفع أسمى آيات التهاني والتبريكات لخريجينا الأعزاء دفعة 2026، ونتمنى لهم كل التوفيق في مسيرتهم الجامعية والعملية. ثقوا بأنكم على أعتاب مستقبل واعد، وأن ما اكتسبتموه اليوم هو الأساس لما ستحققونه غدا. شكرا لحضوركم، ودام فخركم ودام الفخر بكم.
Congratulations, class of 2026. We wish you all the best in the future. Good luck. Thank you all for joining us here tonight to celebrate the accomplishments of our graduating class. There is food and refreshments to enjoy. Have a wonderful evening.